Hi everyone, ladies and gentlemen involved in EPR 2021. My name is Muhammad Sujana Prawira. I am from Indonesian Nuclear Energy and Regulatory Agency, Bapeten. On this occasion, kindly please allow me to present my poster with the title of Emergency Preparedness in the states that are close to the neighboring states' nuclear power plant sites in the national border. It is an honor for me to involve in EPR 2021. This presentation will consist of three parts, with the first part about the introduction, the second part is the results and discussion, and the third part is the conclusion. For the introduction, there are many considerations when a state decides to build NPP, such as seismic aspect, volcanoes, to several other aspects, which are technical aspects of NPP development. Of course, development of NPP in a state is the right of the state itself due to sovereign, with the main point is to meet the state's domestic energy needs. When a state has decided to build NPP in its jurisdiction, even though it is very close to the border with another state, what steps should be taken for both NPP state and neighboring state? And how is emergency preparedness applied in the neighboring states? In Figure 1, we can see how close the Ostrovets NPP in Belarus to the Lithuanian border, which is even only 45 kilometers from the capital city of Lithuania, Vilnius. In the result and discussion, of course, radioactive exposure doesn't recognize national boundaries. Therefore, both NPP state and neighboring states must be prepared with emergency preparedness in the event that something bad happens, with reference to conventions on emergency preparedness. Firstly, the Convention on Early Notification of a Nuclear Accident established a notification system for nuclear accidents, from which is a release of radioactive material occurs and which has resulted in international transboundary release that could be of radiological safety for another state. Secondly, the Convention on Assistance in the case of a nuclear accident or radiological emergency. The most important thing in this convention is for cooperation between states parties with the IAEA to facilitate assistance and support in the event of nuclear accidents or radiological emergencies. With this convention, and also by following GSR Part 7, an emergency preparedness process in the event of a nuclear accident, including transboundary contamination or release, can be implemented in order to minimize the impact on worker, people, and the environment. One more thing that shouldn't be forgotten is about public acceptance. This is an important factor outside the technical aspect that determines the success of NPP development and also the smooth process of emergency preparedness when accident occurs. If we look at Figure 2, how close is a Swedish NPP in Barsebäck near Copenhagen in Denmark, which is only separated by Øresund Strait. Then about the conclusion. After presentation on the introduction with results and discussion, the conclusion emphasized that due to living in neighbors is part of international relations, so that safety and security must be maintained. Both NPP state and neighboring states must prioritize diplomacy with cooperation so that all matters related to utilization activities in NPP can be run smoothly. In addition, in the event of emergency preparedness, the harmony of implementation carried out by both NPP state and neighboring states will determine the safety of many parties, workers, people, and the environment. Diplomacy in all its forms can be the key to emergency preparedness in this context. This is the end of my presentation. In Figure 3 is the Foreign Minister of Indonesia, who is expert in diplomacy, including currently on vaccine diplomacy against COVID-19. May we always be healthy in a good condition, especially during this pandemic situation. Thank you for your kind attention. I look forward to see with all of you in the future.